Nikki.
And I'm Angel, and we're here today with your Q&A Friday. That's where we get to answer your questions. But today we're going to mix it up just a little bit, and we're going to talk about an article that we found that I thought was really, really interesting. Well, we both thought it was really interesting. And we thought that, especially since I've been doing like this love challenge for the month of February, which is almost over, that it was so right on time. So I had found this article, and it's called 8 Things I Wish I'd Known as a Newlywed.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's written by Tyler Ward, and he talks about 8 different things that would have been really helpful for him early on in his marriage if he'd known or realized or perhaps someone had shared with him that it might have gone a lot smoother or made things easier to work through. And so Nikki and I would just like to share 2. We each have 2 from this list, and we just want to share what they are and why we think that they're important.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it could have been 108 things, but just 8 things. Okay, we both like 7.
We do both like 7.
But do you want to go first? You were going 3 and 7, so.
Okay. All right. So I'll do 3 first. Number 3 says that consumers make bad lovers. Which means that if you are just a take from the other person, then you're making a bad lover within this thing called marriage. And that just really, really struck me as being important, because I felt kind of guilty the other day.
Selfish.
Yeah, being selfish. Like the other day, like I was really convicted because I had asked Nicky to do something, and he took longer than I wanted him to do, and then I was just like, well, if you know... if you would have, and then he said, well, you do it all the time. And then I was just like, what are you talking about? And then he reminds me that he had asked me to sew something for him a couple weeks ago, and I still hadn't done it. And I felt so convicted. And then I'm just, in my head, I'm just like, oh, here I was complaining, and he does so much. And here I had let him down when he had been waiting patiently and hadn't said anything else again about it, right? So it is about giving. It's being a continual giver all the time and not trying to just receive. It's not about like what you can get all the time. It really is trying to give, being a giver. Yeah, so that really struck me. How about, should we do 7 or go to 8 and then come back to 7?
Okay, we'll do, I'll do 8. So 8 on the Tyler Ward, 8 Things of Marriage was, the world needs love.
Yeah.
And what struck me with that is so much hate and badness in the world, and everyone, how much is a smile worth? Just a smile and just to say hi, you okay? It's just breathe, it's breath, God gives us breath, just to smile and be happy. So the world does need more love, I think. And I just like the paragraph when it says, like our modern world doesn't need more millionaires, it doesn't need more soldiers, or primarily it just needs, just better lovers of husbands and wives who are committed to learning the natural art of being a better person, in a better relationship.
I thought that was really cool,
it's
too.
It's beautiful, yeah. So we'll jump back to 7 now, because we both like 7.
Yeah, we both like 7. And 7, if you read my blog post yesterday, I mentioned this aha moment that I had during this 29 days. And the aha moment actually came yesterday morning, the aha moment came. And number 7 is tied into that. So what's number 7, honey? You want to say it, or you want us to say it?
The title is...
you want to say it together? Your spouse isn't the problem. You are. That's you go ahead and you say yours first, honey, and then I'll say why I like that.
Yeah, because we all like, when we come into a relationship, we always like to, pick up the imperfections of of each other, and and try and say this or that. But it's like when you're looking into a clear pool of water, a reflection in your face, and that reflection, when I look at my beautiful wife's face, I should see myself in that reflection and think, about myself, about my imperfections, how I can change to be a better person towards being a better husband to my wife. So what's yours?
That was so it, because I thought about, this is the aha from the from the blog. When I first came into the love challenge, and I wanted to come closer to God. That's what getting up every morning at 6 o'clock and going in to pray to the Lord, but also stopping criticizing my husband for 29 days. And how does that go? Admittedly, last week was like a rough week. It was a rough week for us. And in the middle of all of that, last weekend and bled into this week, obviously. Yesterday, I was in the prayer room, and I just had this aha, especially as I just said, it's related to number 3 for me. When Nikki reminded me of that, I hadn't done this, that he had asked me a long time ago, and I really felt like, oh my goodness, I've just been so looking out. Even perhaps me saying, not criticizing my husband, perhaps that was even an ulterior motive, so that if I didn't criticize him, he'd see how good I was, and he would, be sorry and blah, 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 and he'd do more or something like that. And that was even wrong, So I was looking out instead of looking at myself. And this number 7 is so true, because I felt that God really revealed to me it's about me. There was a couple verses that he pointed out to me, Isaiah 58, where it talks about if you stop pointing at others, stop looking at others and look at yourself. What are you doing? Stop saying what you want to say when you feel in the flesh to say it. No, hold it back. And I just felt so convicted that, I am so far from perfect that I so need to work on myself in this and give to my husband. He does so much. Neither one of us are perfect, but we are in this together, in this journey called marriage. And
it is a journey. Yeah.
It really is a journey. And I'm getting a little emotional, but it's just so true. I just felt really, really convicted. And the other verse that went along with that is in Psalms. Commit your way unto the Lord, and he will show you the way. If I'm doing the right thing, focus on doing the right thing, being good, being kind, right? And that just makes it better. It makes it so much better. So praise God. So that was the aha moment that I had. I felt so committed, and I just felt so much lighter after that, honey.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for taking the time out to watch this Q&A Friday.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you next week and answering more of your questions, or us sharing more of what we have come along in our journey.
Yeah, what we're discovering.
And
we want to challenge you. I want to challenge them. I want to challenge you to just love more, whether you're in a married relationship, your mother's brothers, sisters, or whatever, friends.
Yeah.
Look to yourself. What can you do to love more? It's just so... Sorry, that was a tangent, but I did want to say that. So, but thank you.
Okay, thank you for taking the time out. Look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Peace out. Bye bye.